Greetings all and welcome to Coffee and a Camera live stream number 112. 112. Hope everybody's having a great Sunday. I know I am. My air conditioner just kicked off, so the audio might be just a tick better. Let's see who's joining us today. Greetings from iced over West Virginia. Hey Sean, how are you, buddy? It's chilly, huh? It's just not cold here. I had a what do you call it, email conversation earlier with Katie, and she said it was really cold in Texas where she's at, and I told her I wish it was a little bit chillier here right now. And I look at my weather app on my watch, mostly sunny and 82 degrees Fahrenheit in Central Florida. You know, we don't mind it being nice, but at some point we need a little cooling off period. Yow! Radios is here. How are you, buddy? Hey, Radios, I have your film. I was going to email you, but I didn't. I knew I would see you today. So I just want to confirm with you, I do have it. I'll be working on it this week. Thank you very much. Bonnie, 1 minute early. 1 minute early. Cecil's here. Hey, buddy. Radio, so did you get the rolls I sent you? Yeah, I guess I could have read down a little farther first. I did get them safe and snug. Hey Barry, how are you? Greetings all from sunny South Florida. Yeah, you're even farther south than me. It's hot. Bonnie says a few seconds early. Hey Matthew, Ola from snow-covered and more falling Pennsylvania. My wife used to live in Pennsylvania in the Allentown area. And she knows that that Pennsylvania snow all too well. Sorry for being a minute late. Don't let it happen again, Jim Cahill. Good to see you, buddy. Jeffrey's here. Greetings from snow-covered Mass, and the snow keeps piling up. I keep hearing that. It's supposed to be... I will say this, and I feel for you. My mom and sister, they live in Indiana, and it snows there, obviously, quite a bit, too. We are going to get chilly this coming week. And I know you guys will laugh and say, what is it going to be, 62? Or no, it's going to be in the 30s. Yeah, I know it'll be in the zeros and whatnot. But the 30s is cold. No matter where you're at, the 30s is cold. So we will get some chilliness here. Hey, Jack. Happy Sunday, everybody. Good to see you, buddy. Jeffrey says, I've been taking photos at the time the snow began every 2 or more hours. That's cool. And then you're going to stack them, right? Angus is here. Just made it. Woohoo. There's Katie. How are you, Katie? Angus says 20 degrees, 4 inches of snow, and now 1 inch of freezing rain on top. It's so funny because it's going to get in the 30s here this week. And Piper, you guys know who Piper is. She's like, I hope it rains. I hope it rains. I hope it rains. I'm like, no, I don't want it to rain. She goes, yeah, but then there's a chance it'll snow. It's not going to snow here. It's just not. We have had some frost. That's about the extent of it. That is the extent of it. Oh, I'm missing them here. Sorry, guys. So Radio says, so anyway, I got the Bolex H8. If you saw that on... I did. But I have no lens that works since I put regular C-mount on it and it won't focus at all. Yeah, it takes those RX lenses. My H16, though, I have used regular C-mount lenses on my H16 reflex. But, you know, there is a bit of aberration. In reality, you should be using RX lenses, especially on the H8. Listen, a good-looking camera, though. But you're going to have to save up a few shekels because those RX lenses are not cheap. I mean, low-end ones are $300 or $400. Super Cindy's here. Cold and pitch black here in the UK. Mostly sunny in Mesa, Arizona. And 59 degrees. Ooh, that sounds nice. The only thing cold is my ice cream. Check. 46. Wait, what's Cecil saying? 46 and falling rain in South Louisiana. Eesh, that's almost worse than just good old-fashioned snow. Sean says, successfully loaded my first Lomo test reel in the dark. Isn't that a good feeling? It is such a good feeling. And you got to do it a few times in the dark and then turn the lights on with your test film because you want to double check it. Even still, these days, I've loaded the Lomo tank thousands of times. And even still, there are going to be occasions where when you develop the film and then you open the tank, you go, oops. And there will be a little bit of overlap or something like that. It's just part of the intrigue or part of the experience, I guess, for you know, I mean. Jim says, Mike, I'll be sending you that. Yes, that found film. Thank you, Jim. My Minolta 7000 confirmed working. Yes. You got to keep practicing at that, Sean. You know what? It gets easier and easier. It finally made it to double-digit number here. Oh, you're finally warming up a little after 2 days. We're expecting 16 or more. Oh, my God. 16 or more inches of snow. Wow. We get rain. We get 16 inches of rain and then flooding. And, you know, everybody everywhere has their disasters, right? We get hurricanes. You guys get blizzards. And, I mean, the Midwest, they get tornadoes. And, oh, boy. Hey, there's Lyle. Hey, guys, not really in a cheery mood. I'll be listening at least. Oh, I'm sorry. A cherry mood. I'm sorry, buddy. I hope you're okay. Life is good. Hang in there, man. Love snow, hate ice storms. You know, I don't get snow a lot. I haven't really lived in snow except for like 4 or 5, 6 years in my really early years when I don't remember a lot about it. I mean, I remember it snowing. But I don't really have to drive in the ice and things like that, but I did drive to Indiana one year in November with my family. And it was fine until I got to my mom's street. And once I got, 15 hours, right, driving, and everything was fine. Got to her street, and it was iced, like right before it. And I hit the brakes kind of slowly. I knew there was ice, and didn't really matter. I just kind of, not fast, because I wasn't going very fast, but almost kind of slid, kind of hydroplane slid and turned onto her street. It's the only mishap. Driving on ice can be deadly. We could have. I do not want to tell them about what? When you used water for. Oh yeah, my wife reminded me. Driving. It may have been then, wasn't it then? It was on the way there. Yeah, we were in Tennessee or something, and here in Florida we use. I think I already mentioned this, but we use water in our windshield washer fluid thing. So I had water in it, and it was freezing cold, and I'm on the interstate, 70-something miles an hour. Promise. And my window was dirty, so I hit the washers, and it threw water, cold water, all over my windshield. Well, let me tell you, I couldn't see at all. I mean, I'm trucking down the interstate in, I don't know, wherever, in Tennessee somewhere, and it was completely covered. So I actually had to roll my window down a little bit in the freezing weather and put the defrost on and pray as I'm, like Ace Ventura. Oh, it was scary. That's crazy, Jeffrey. 18 or 24 inches of snow. It made it up to 18. Wow, Katie. Going out to shoot my 15 seconds of the pass around in the blizzard after the stream. Yes. Oh, that's going to be fun. Yes. And I think, Sean, Mysterious WV gets it next, if I'm not mistaken. That's going along really good. I expected it was going to take a while, but it's going quicker than I thought it would. So I appreciate it to everybody that's involved in this the Super 8 pass around car. It's just such a good idea. It's going to be so much fun processing this film. Really going to be fun. All we got was light snow where I'm at, but it's 11. Wow. 30 degrees in Florida. Yikes. I know it's going to be 30 something. I don't know if it's going to get down to 32, which is freezing, but it'll be mid 30s according to, what I'm seeing here. So, for us Floridians, that's cold. I guess I'll have to give wait, Bonnie says I'll have to give a hedge from barely snow-covered Sweden. Hey, Bonnie, it's not that bad there, huh? Yeah, so right here, I got my handy dandy. So I'm in Port Orange, so you can see, it's hard, but can you focus a little, please? There. See the 30s, and it went out of focus again. Anyway, that side is all 30s and 40s right there. That's this week coming up, so it's going to be chilly. It's going to be chilly. Minus degree. Hey, Charlie, how are you, buddy? It was 9 Fahrenheit this morning with a negative 15. Hey, Jeffrey Feingold is here. Jeffrey, we're just getting through the old weather talk. Is it freezing where you're at there in Barnett? It was -2 going to work. Hey, there's William. How are you, William? How's it going? Most of the New England states here are expecting 18 inches below zero freezing. Families bundled up. State of emergency. Wow. I really feel for you people up there in the cold regions. Like I say, I mean, it gets so excruciatingly hot here that it's miserable. And when you go outside to film, you got to wait for an hour and a half for your, your lenses and filters and all that to come up to temp, so they're not frosted over from walking outside from an air-conditioned home. It actually happened to me today when I walked outside with a camera. It instantly just fogged up the lens because it's so hot and humid here. Have you seen the Fomapan have released their 400 ISO black and white negative film in 16:8 and double Super 8? I have not seen that. Black and white negative? Awesome. I have not seen that, Super Cine, but now I'm really excited. Not Super 8 though, right? I guess, I mean, it would be tough, I know, because they're releasing roll film. But if we can get double Super 8, I mean, maybe I'm getting some and trying to load it myself. Slice and load. I got some reloadable carts. I mean, that might be the way to go. Not much snow or ice, but -degree crapola. So cool. That is awesome. Super Cine is here. It's 13 in Michigan. Wow, Charlie, bundle up, buddy. Where can you get that? Can you buy that in the States, Super Cine? Do you know? That Fomapan, will it be at B&H Photo or at Adorama or something? Does anybody know where you can get that? That's exciting. To me, well, I like Fomapan, the slower speed Fomapan 35 mil. If I can pick it up in 400 ISO, maybe FPP will have it. That would be awesome too. I'll have to check. That'll be until March when I get a lens. Ugh. That stinks. GP1 now 3D print a single 8. Isn't there's a Thingiverse or something for that, right, Jeffrey? Or were you posted something like that? I think on Facebook, right? I'm going to be interested to see how well that works for you. Those cartridges are very easy to use. And by the way, if you get one, I have some. You can open them up carefully and reattach them, the actual single 8 cartridges. Better late than never. Hey, Mike! Yeah, you're always late. You're just like me. Good, I'm glad you're here, though. Mysterious says, copied your plank of wood setup. I asked my dad a long time ago, before he passed away, I said, I just need 2 pieces of wood. I need them this length and this, and sand them down for me and this and that. He just gave me 2 planks of wood. I drilled the hole where I thought I needed it, and I put some blue tape so I could take it off. And, well, you know, Sean, you saw it. And I still use it to this day. I've been using it ever since for years, and it's a perfect setup for me. I don't have a little house. I just use my daughter's shared bathroom. We have 2 bathrooms, but blacked out the window, black out the door when I'm in there, and then it's on the counter. They have a bigger counter than our little bathroom in our master, but so I use that, and sadly, I mean, I have both daughters that get ready and stuff in that bathroom, but I always leave that in there and a rewind, like mounted to their counter. And my oldest daughter, I know it drives her crazy. Dad, can we take this off just for a minute? I want to wipe the Yeah, the struggle is real. After about 3 weeks of trying to get everything to work, I finally managed to get Make MKV work with my Blu-ray drive again. Is that that's software, right? The MKV is the file type. I'm familiar with that. Well, I guess that's good, Bonnie. No, it would be great if they would. You would have to split down double Super 8 and load. That's probably what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to see if I can. I've never loaded one of those, but I have several of those reloadable USSR, Russian, whatever they are, the carts, the reloadable carts. Feel like it might be time to try. What did Angus say? I missed Angus. You have a Z2 on order. What, 7 feet of snow? No, you mean 7 inches of snow. 3 degrees this morning, heating up to 10. 7 feet? I think you mean 7 inches of snow, Mike, right? Ooh. Sounds like a real job for the FPP. I'll talk to Mike Rosso about it. Wouldn't it be cool if we could get Super 8 in that Fomapan? 7 inch. Okay, there it is. Pro drifting skills. Yeah, I slid right into that turn. Oh. Charlie says, hey, Aunt Nicole, how are you? She's doing good, buddy. That would be great. Mike, putting water in your vehicle's washer tank violates the auto's warranty. Here, it doesn't really matter because, you know, we don't get that kind of weather. What company makes reloadable Super 8 carts? It's amazing how cheap these single 8 cameras are in great condition. Yeah, there's a seller on eBay right now selling brand new ones. I got it in my cart for like 35 or 40 bucks, brand new, that he got from a camera store that closed, a whole bunch of them. The cheapo with the little flat lens. It's the P1 maybe or something, I don't remember, but Angus, somebody probably answered, but those reloadable carts are the Russian ones. I just had one in my hands the other day, but I don't have one out here right now, and I can't remember where I have them all. So when I find them, I will be, you know what? I see them. Hey, there's a mess. Right here. And I have the instructions. See there? Whoop, you can't see that. But you can now. Now I can't read any of that because it's in Russian, but that's the instructions. So look at this. I've never even opened this one. I do have some that were already opened. To me, I know it's not pronounced this way, but that looks like Kasima. I don't really know how you pronounce that. This is a Super 8 cartridge. Now, I don't know, I can't remember what that notch is. That looks like about 100 ISO, maybe a little less, maybe that might be 40. No notch here, so it will disengage the filter, which is fine, because you usually will do that, especially with black and white film. But this one comes apart. Here, let's switch cameras. You just pop it open, both sides. Ta-da! Nice and easy. And I think the other side comes apart too, but I've never messed with it, and I don't want to do too much until I know exactly what I'm doing, because I don't want to break them. They are just plastic. But the little pressure plate in there is metal. Unlike Kodak's, this is actually a metal pressure plate in there. See that? Pretty cool. So I have a few of these. I want to say I got 4 or 5 of them. I got them sometimes if you buy that Zenith Cores Super 8 camera, sometimes these come with them. And I think that's how I got most of these. I did get some by themselves as like found film. They actually have film in them. But I'm going to miss a few chats. Hey, Jason, how are you, bud? We've had absolutely nothing here in Oregon. We've hit a record low of 24, but that's about it. And the sun shining. See, that to me, it feels good. Do you think I should perhaps underexpose a bit considering how white everything is during the winds, the snowstorm? Also, do you think I should have it set for daylight or tungsten? You definitely want to set it for daylight. You don't use the filter, Matthew, for that. And you maybe want to, if you're going to film in the snow, Are you using your 310? Because I don't know. Or are you going to use your 814? It is going to blow it out probably if you're filming the snow, maybe. You may go, if you're using the 814, maybe negative half, do the negative half on the exposure compensation. Maybe go half a stop under. Only if you're doing it in the really white snow, though. Yes, what Angus said. I don't know if I'd go a full 1.5 stops, but I mean, I would maybe go half to 1 from they do now. So it's very hard to come back to from underexposure, but it's not as bad coming back from a little bit of over. Just keep that in mind. Definitely a Rex 3, but carries a Rex 1 serial number. I'm really questioning the Bolex. It's not always accurate, radios, that site. FPP and B&H. I'm going to check that out. I got to check that out. I didn't bring my pencil over here. Let me get my pencil because I got to make notes for that. I definitely want to check and see if FPP ends up carrying that because that would be awesome. I'm just going to put Foma Cine film because I want to check for that. If 3 period single 8 cartridge, Google it or see the community page I post. Yeah, I saw the details you posted. That was pretty wicked. Hey, Lime. Spill a bunch of Blicks on the counter for good measure. Oh, boy. Whoop, whoop. For the next 2 35mm films, back to Kodak, Tri-X, and Ektar. Are they bringing Ektar back? Wait, what are you saying? Ektar, to me, personally, is the best color film ever produced. My opinion only. Mike, that camera I showed on the email runs and hums nicely, but not sure what the guy is asking for it, but trading something. Yeah, those are nice cameras. That's the P1, Jeffrey, and yeah, those are fun cameras. They really are. But I told you what I would pay for it, but I mean if it's in immaculate condition and it runs steady at all speeds, even down towards the end of a wind, then it sounds like it's in good shape internally too, probably. So, you know my top end, but if you trade, even better. They're good cameras. Got to check. That has that weird battery in it too. They're like these long. There's like half of a AA battery. They're like thick 1.35 old school batteries. They can leak though, so you want to make sure that didn't leak because that's got that's for the light meter, that CDS light meter inside. How's my favorite? Oh, they're doing good, Charlie. Both of them are doing really good. I have 2 double Super 8 cameras I have shot. I only shot 100D in both. So my wife and my 2 daughters and I went to New Smyrna Beach yesterday, and I shot some film. I took 2 cameras. This is my everyday carry bag. I carry this anytime we go anywhere, basically. It's just my trusty Targus everywhere bag. And you guys know I always take this. I'll take this every day with me until I have the entire thing completely shot. And I did say at one point I was going to show the, what you call it. It has not really moved much. You see the needle? It's not, it's about at the 2.5 mark out of 50. You see that? Probably about 180 to 190 photos I've taken with that. That's the Dave Knopp special. Or as Jeffrey would call it, that's mine album 3600 because I have possession of it. So my oldest daughter had some artwork from school being displayed at a big downtown, kind of a big art festival in New Smyrna Beach. It was huge. So I took this with me, which is always kind of becoming my go-to because I love this camera. You guys know what it is. My Minolta XL401. Now this one had they have those pop-out lens hoods permanently attached when you buy them. This one was ripped off by the previous owner, I'm assuming. Either it started wearing, or I don't know, maybe it tore or they didn't like it. So they actually ripped it off. Now it doesn't affect too much. I think I am going to buy a screw-on lens hood for this because technically that's the 401 and I like that being on there. I have another one that has the lens hood intact, but they don't really come off that I know of. They're kind of on there permanently. So this one has been completely cut off of here, but it's still, you know, you can't really tell. The camera runs phenomenal. My other one is sort of sketch. So what did I shoot? So it was busy. I mean, so much so that I'm getting more and more comfortable filming my wife filming me out and about, because I get nervous about that sometimes. I'm not really a get in front of a whole bunch of people and hey, everybody look at me kind of guy. I'd rather just do my own thing. So I'm getting more and more comfortable, but it was very difficult yesterday. But she was using my phone, and we do members only vlogs now. And we did one yesterday, and she filmed, we did a bunch of behind the scenes of that art festival and what I was doing. I actually had 2 or 3 people stop me. One guy even said, "Dude, is that a Super 8 camera?" And he was way big into Super 8 back in the day, and he still loves it. He's a really talented artist, by the way. And I'm going to put some of that stuff in the members video because I actually took some pictures of his stuff. But I want to show you guys one painting that I saw down there that I thought was so fun. And let me see if I can find it real quick. This is my daughter and her beautiful piece of artwork. I'm going to dote on her for 1 second. So that's an oil painting. So she's just kind of showing that off. I don't know if you're going to be able to see the her actual painting is here. It's a little still life. Anyway, let me show you this picture. I just think these 2 pictures are pretty phenomenal. This isn't the guy that I spoke to, but look at these paintings. You guys ready for this? Oh, those are so cool. I know it's not really coming in very well. I don't know why it won't focus. Anyway, those cameras actually say Canon on them. They're painted right on. So at any rate, this was a really cool art show. You know, I'm down there. Whoop, that camera's not on. I'm down there filming away, you know. All that will be in the behind the scenes members video. But what did I shoot? What film stock did I shoot? I'm going to tell you, I shot a film stock that I don't remember ever shooting before. That's not to say I didn't, because it's been out for a long time. They don't make it anymore. And I have like 3 or 4 rolls of it, and I've kept meaning to try it. And I just shot it. Good old-fashioned fully auto. Yep. You guessed it. If you did guess it. 64T, baby. 64T. So we'll see. I know again, I may have shot it back in the day, but I don't remember. I know I shot mostly Kodachrome and some Ektachrome, but I can't wait to process it and scan it and see what we get. This is still a full sealed roll. I have no idea how old this roll is. It was what I thought was found film, but per my test, my balance test, it didn't feel like a whole lot of it was shot, and I was right. and I started a color code system. See that red dot right there? If there's a red dot, that means it needs to be shot. That means don't process it, because not much of it has been shot. And I was right. I ended up shooting, I think it came right at 50 feet out of that cartridge. This is how I got it, just like this. So, speaking of the red dot and blue dot, green dots, this is a packet of almost dropped, found films. That's how I just label every one of them. And I don't really want to show all the labels because I do have certain of them have addresses and whatnot, but I put dots, a red dot, a green dot, a yellow dot, and sometimes a combination of the dots, because it depends on which way it falls or how. It's a very, very rough guesstimation of how much film may or may not be left in the cartridge, and whether or not I need to use it for experimentation purposes first before I snip it and pull it, or what I'm going to do with it. It's just, kind of my little system. But I'm really hoping for some halfway decent results, so stay tuned. I'm going to keep my Kringers Foss. Super 8, reload. All right, I'm way behind, guys. So when splitting down double Super 8 to Super 8 to reload, the Lomo film slitter might not slit it exactly, so it's wider. It doesn't really, you're right, Super Cindy. In some cases, I have a couple of the slitters. I have the Baia one, B-A-I-A or something like that, and it's terrible. And I do have a Lomo one. It's a lot more accurate, but if you put them on top of one another, one side will be thicker than the other, undoubtedly. Oh, okay, Matthew. You have somebody, somebody that speaks Russian. That would be awesome. I thought about taking a picture and doing the Google thingy and seeing if it'll translate it for me. Hi, Mike. Jim from Pensacola. Just wanted to stop in and say hi. Haven't found any more film Oh, hey, Jim. Oh, my buddy Jim. Haven't found any more film of Larkin, but still looking. Thanks for getting my film developed last year. It means so much to me. You guys remember Jim? I developed a film of his lovely, lovely wife, Larkin, who passed away, sadly. And we showed it here. And what a super guy. And I was so glad to be able to do that for him. So it's good to see you, Jim. I can't get any motion picture film because I got to send some old radios to my repairman. I'll shoot a roll, get some from Dana. How many times can you reuse those carts? I've heard they are hit and miss. I don't know, Jim. I really don't. I've never used them. I have no idea. You got one too, radios. Yeah. What's your ideal Super 8 film cartridge if you had to pick or rank them? Kodak Extreme 100D, Kodachrome 40, Type A, or 7266. Anyone feel? So Kodachrome, no. Unless you get really good Kodachrome. I'm really starting to like 100D. But prior to that, and still a close first or second would be, my favorite is Vision 350D. Now, you need light for that. That's just a personal preference. But I got to tell you, 100D is really growing on me. It's so full of color. It's nice, really nice. I'm not going to discount that Orwo or that Wolfen stuff either. This stuff was fun. This was fun. Let's not forget we have this color stock as well. And he is coming out with this in 16 millimeter. So hopefully, he said he was going to send me some to give it a shot. Translate those instructions using an app on your phone and phone camera. Yeah, I think I can. Still shooting with my Retina. I'm using the Minolta 401 XL. I'm not at home during the storm, and it's what you know what? That's a good camera to use. Matthew, that's probably what I'll use. Kind of hard to use the Retina because it keeps me from shooting bad photos. Old Agfa Movie Chrome Super 8 carts are easy to take apart and reuse without breaking. Unlike, the Kodak ones are impossible. I may have gotten one or two of them apart without breaking, but Outside of that, it's a big pair of channel locks and a screwdriver, and trying my best. Yes, Jeffrey, you're right. They do that. Yes, they do have rolls of Super 8. I just remembered that. You're right. And I wonder if FOMA will sell that double Super 8 in lengths longer than 25 feet. Well, whatever. I don't know what length they're going to sell them at, but I feel like if we get it close when you're cutting, I don't know how much leeway there is in the cart. I don't know. That's going to be something to experiment with for sure. I can post. Oh, thank you, Super Cine. I appreciate that offer. Super 8 is the most colorful, saturated to my eye. Yes, and it's pretty easy to work with too. Like Dana said, it's so nice looking. I will tell you too, I'm a home developer and scanner. I get so much less dirt and hair and lint and all that on for some reason it doesn't attract the way Vision Stock does at all. Oh, you got the P1. Yep, those are nice cameras. I have a P3, but it needs work. Just saw your second response, adding a stop. So actually overexpose. I would not overexpose it, Matthew. Tri-X and Ectar 100 now sold directly through Eastman. Alaris is no longer the middleman. That's good. Speaking of that, I'm a little taken aback by something, and that is Kodak. You know, I'm a Kodak guy. Always have been. And I get what they're doing. I get it. I understand with this new AHU layers and the new process of getting film out and meeting demands, new machines, that prices are going to consistently go up. I'm going to tell you right now, last year, the year before last, I could have gotten a roll of Vision 3 50D Super 8 for $29 and change, direct from Kodak. Last year, I could have gotten that same roll for $32 US, direct from Kodak, $32. This year, as of January 1 this year, it's $42 for that same roll. That's a jump. Again, I understand a lot of it. I know there's a lot that went into R&D and manufacture of this new remjetless society that we live in, which I am a huge proponent of. I have not shot remjetless Vision Stock yet, and I can't wait to do it. But for $42 a roll, I don't know, is Kodak pricing themselves out? And I know there'll be people that say, well, you know, it was $8 a roll in the 80s, the late 80s, or $7 or $6, but you know, then you got the, you know, you account for, you know, inflations and the price differences now and then, and I get it. I understand all that. I do understand all that. But if you look at it as the novelty that it is and the demand that there is, maybe it's the demand. I don't know. Maybe it's the R&D. Maybe it's the amount of work that goes into it. Yeah, Jeffrey, I love Mike's Elmo. It's getting tough. And 100D, $48 a roll now. That's the cheapest you'll get it if you order direct from Kodak. Oh, you don't like the built-in ones, huh, Jim? I just was trying to keep it as stock as possible. Doesn't really bother me that there's no lens hood on it. Nice painting. Thank you. Gotta go, guys. Thank you, Jeffrey. See you, buddy. That looks great. Thank you, Jack. Love it. Way cool. P1, strategically place small ball of foil and they will usually work, assuming contacts aren't broken or corroded. Okay. You use a different size physically, Cecil? Blast from the past. Canon 318 or 518. You know, I don't know. They look like 518s, but I'm not positive, Jim. I know, Radios. That was weird, wasn't it? Clarification. My mind went to the dark side when you showed those two paintings. Did you say something? Oh, you must have redacted. Yeah, well, I think that was the inference shooting with film. Hey, there's Ben. How are you, buddy? Haven't seen you in a while. You need to get your show going again, man. It's good to see you, man. Mate. Good to see you, mate. This year, if no storms ruin it, I'll get. Oh, you're gonna do the parade and car show. That would be awesome. I'm telling you, there were so many people down there. It was just hard to film. Ben's camera show had a birthday. Thanks, Barry. Had a great birthday. Thank you. Took the kids to see Goodfellas. That's a good one. Maybe they're grown kids. Happy birthday, Ben. I didn't know you had a birthday, but oh yeah, I did. Happy birthday. One of Scorsese's best. It's honestly, in my opinion, probably one of my top favorite movies of all time. Yeah, back in the 70s when I was buying Super 8 film. Yeah, right? I remember paying like $4.88 for a roll of film, or $5. That was in the 80s still. Foamy sells double Super 8 in 100-foot cans, so that's 4 50-footers for about 35. Is that euros for about 35? But yeah, well, I mean, that would be freaking awesome. The problem is getting it here. So $8.85. That's good. I'm glad you did that. It's $25 roughly today. So the math ain't mathin'. The math ain't mathin'. I know everything's more expensive now. I get that. I know that. I know. Or I find old Plus X. That's why I'm a Tri-X or Vision 350D guy. Yeah, I love Plus X. Charlie says, oh, Charlie's got a joke for us. Why'd the Jaguar eat the tightrope? Why? He wanted a well-balanced diet. Charlie is my nephew. That's his dad's account, Aaron. Aaron is his dad, who is my lovely wife's brother. They're in Michigan. They're freezing in Michigan. So, a couple of things I want to discuss. Thank you, huge thank you to a couple of people. These two people are not part of. They're not vocal. They don't make comments. But they're behind the scenes. We got Mr. A. So thank you, Mr. A. I don't know if you're watching this live stream. You guys have seen some found films, and I've thanked a Mr. A. His name is Alan. I don't think he cares if I share his first name, but he sent me a lot of found films over the last 3 or 4 years, as have a lot of you. And he has another little batch of them coming. And coincidentally, my Found Film Tuesday, which has been hot. I'm doing found film every Tuesday now. This Tuesday, which has been uploaded for the last week, is one of his. So thank you, Mr. A, for always being so supportive, as most of you are. Also, huge thank you to Elliot Van. You guys don't know who Elliot Van is. He's a guy that I've worked with for years. He's a super fun guy. He lives out in Los Angeles, and he's a fashion designer. And they design like he's like a grunt. Think 2025 or 2026, the Lost Boys, right? The motor guys, the motorcycle guys in the dunes, in the Death Valley, right? In the riding to Vegas. And I mean, they're just crazy. These guys are so fun to watch. I've developed a lot of Super 8 film for Elliot. And every time I do a roll, it's him and his fellas on their dirt bikes, going through the dunes and wherever, just having a blast. Just like it brings me back. And he's a young guy, so it's like, ugh, you know, what could have been. But anyway, he just recently sent me a couple of things, and I want to really say thank you to him. His company is, he doesn't sponsor anything. I just really like him. His company is Death Valley Miners Company. Look at this shirt. This is so funny. It's a little big, but I am going to have fun with it. God grant me the serenity to accept the vibes that aren't rootin' tootin'. I love it. And he also sent me a little sticker pack. Keep Death Valley dead. Death Valley. So he does like this grunge. You got to look at his website. Again, he's just a good dude. I don't, he sent me some free stuff. But this is a hat pin. Really cool hat pin. So, which camera am I on? Let's go to camera A. So thank you, Elliot. I don't know if you're going to watch this at some point, but I will. I'll just shoot you an email. If you don't watch this, thank you very much. And it's called deathvalleyminers.co. If you guys want to check out his cool, he does like leather jackets and pants, like cool, like grunge, motorbiking, the boys, and wild hogs. That's right, Mike. Hey, I have an unopened roll of Kodachrome 2 Type 8 Regular 8 1974, $1.99 from Woolco. Yeah. Is getting rid of Remjet worth $10? What's $10? I got you. You mean the jump. I don't think it is. And I'm going to say that only because I've removed so much Remjet over my life now. I don't think it is. I wanted to order like 10 or 20 more rolls of 50D and maybe a couple rolls of 100D, and it's just, if you order 10 rolls now, you're paying an extra $100 over the prices from a year ago, which is 3 more carts a year ago. It's like gold. I put the camera show on hold till I finish my straight 8 film, which I now have. So watch this space. When do we get to see your straight 8 film, Ben? Hey, there's Polly. How are you, buddy? Man, I can only ever catch the tail end of these. Don't get enough Filmboy24 in my weekend. Oh, I'm sure you get plenty. Thank you for being here, though, bud. Yeah, wild hogs. Wait. I warn you, some double exposed and erroneous shots on those. Yeah, I know. I don't know if everything's going to come out. That's some kind of wonky films. We're going to do our best. I've seen it before, and I think I know what's going on with it, but I'm going to do my best for you, all right? Yeah, silver price jumped from, I know, can you believe it? It was $100 an ounce yesterday, or 99 or something. 6 months, we're going to be much poorer soon. It's insane how high silver is now. Oh my goodness. I got a couple things I want to show you guys. Our good friend Katie. You guys know Katie. Katie. She's on here a lot. Katie. So she sent me this roll of film, I don't know, a few weeks ago. It was some film that was in a camera. This is a 620 film, and it's old Kodacolor 2. See there? Kodacolor 2. It's ECN, or not, it's C41. So it was partially exposed, and she took like 3 shots at the end. So I developed it. And remember, I was going to show it last week, but she wasn't able to make it, so I held off out of respect for her. And I have 7 photos to show you that she had on this film. 4 of them were found film. 3 of them are Katie's. And I'm going to show. And I have emailed with Katie, and she'd said, yes, they're one of the pictures she's in. So she said, the camera adds 10 pounds. And I kind of chuckled and said, I think mine adds about 30 pounds. Or maybe that's just the chicken wings. I don't know. So she's being silly. So don't throw away your fixer or bleach. It will be, I know. Time to get into silver reclamation. Time to sell your silver doubloons. You're not kidding. I know. I used to buy silver a lot back when it was about 25 bucks an ounce. I had tons of it. Now, don't come steal from me. I don't have it anymore. But I ended up selling it. I needed some stuff, but I had a lot. It's quite a few, I don't know, a couple pounds of it. But phew, I wish I have a tiny bit now, but not anything like what I used to have. I wish I did. Man. Yeah, if you look at it now, the current price of silver, it's insane. I'm telling you, earlier this year it was 50 something. I mean, sorry, 30 something. I actually keep it, the Kitco on here. Look at that. That was I think the close from Monday. I didn't even look at gold. I could never afford that anyway. So if you talked about the new Filmboy, yes, we did. It's negative though, I think, right? Not reversal. Or maybe they have reversal now too. But there's the new negative, right? And I can't wait. I want to get my hands on some of it. For sure. Well, we did. We mentioned it. But I want to show you guys this film. There's 7 images. It didn't really come out very good. The film's old, probably late 70s, early 80s, just like Katie had said. My dad, huge coin collection, silver dollars, dimes, etc. They're in my basement. Maybe I should dig them out. Yeah, I don't know how much higher it's going to continue to go. I mean, how much higher is silver going to go? We don't know. My sister started buying it a little bit. And I'm like, when it was 70 bucks an ounce, she's like, you know, I got a little. And I'm like, well, maybe now's the time to unload it. She's like, I don't know, maybe we should wait. Now it's 100, you know. I want to show you these photos. Let me show you. Turn this off. I'm going to show you one at a time. It's not a slideshow. This way I can kind of, and here we go. So this was the first photo that was found film on her roll. And we know that is in New York City. And we know that because here's the second photo. A little bit rough. Now these are really rough. Some of them, I didn't clean them up. There's going to be dust and speckles. And then we have this one. Now if you look close, the photo's kind of dirty. I don't know what house that is, but there is somebody at the entrance. That is ghostly, right? For somebody at the entrance of that house. A little kid, I think. And then this one. It may be that kid. This is an unknown family. And then we'll get into Fern. That's Fern, the gray kitty that lives out there near Katie. There's Katie and Callie. That's her Siamese cat. And if you want a little better clarification of that beauty, look at that. Meow. I told Katie I like that she caught the cat with the tongue out. That's her own photo, by the way. I just want to throw that in there. And then she tried to get one more picture of the gray kitty, and sort of the camera got away from her a little bit. So, but you can see what to expect sometimes out of. Thank you, Katie, so much for sending this. That was really fun. But you can see what to expect out of this old color film, this old color C41 film. It's tricky to get good stuff out of this now, you know, really tough. And Katie, if you want those photos, if you want me to send you those, well, I did. Never mind. I already sent them. So you could download them, do whatever you want with them. And if you want the negatives, I'll give those back to you if you want them. I'd probably assume you don't, but. Oh. Number one was really cool. Really cool. Do we need to revisit it again? There's number 1. Isn't that a weird, creepy? I mean, it does fall right in line with that one. Ooh, that's even, that might even be creepier. And then you add, you know, you add this into the mix where you don't know who's at the front door. All right, I got to go to sleep tonight, so I need to let that one go. You love them. Yes, they were really cool. My feed was a little slow too. My cats can be on those rolls. I develop a lot of still film, found film, and there's always cats on them. People love photographing their cats. Connection issue? Are you guys having a connection issue? In most cases, I've noticed, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience something. Well, I apologize. Not enough video. That's weird. I've never heard that one before. Twin Towers in the Skylines. Was that the Twin Towers? Is that what that was? That's exactly what that is. Holy smokes. That's exactly what that is. Yeah. Cool. You're right, Lyle. That was really cool. I saw the skyline, just assumed, oh, skyscrapers, New York. But yeah. I know that's before 79 because that's when the North Tower got its broadcast antenna. Okay, there it is, Jason. Thank you. It's Roosevelt's house, Upper State, New York. Is it really? Uh-huh. Shot from the Jersey side. It may be shot from the Jersey side. I'm not sure. I've never been to the city, so I don't know. I don't know, but those were wicked. Those were wicked. I'd like to get another roll of that. I want to show you guys something else too. And then I'm going to also... Oh, remember when I showed you guys that weird Kodachrome label? Was that on a member stream or did I show everybody? I had never seen this. I think it was on last week's stream. So there's a diamond right there. And a few people said, I know this cart is from France. Or it's French. That's French. So I found 3 more of them within my found film because somebody said, that might be Canadian. And I agreed. Really nice pics. Some album cut. I know, Ben, right? Those are wicked. Katie says, I'm really surprised the color looked that. I am too. And I didn't really do anything to those at all. Nothing. Yeah, that sounds like my trips to LA. Yeah, I was surprised by that, Katie, that there was any color at all left in them. So I want to confirm, by the way, I don't remember who it was that said maybe those are Canadian because of French Canadian. And a lot of Canadians would have had, was it Quebec? Is it, I don't know Canada that well, but is it Quebec that has the Canadian or the French population, French speaking population? These come from, this is found film. I found 3 more of these. I'd never seen this label design before. These come from Mississauga. These were from Mississauga, Canada, which I don't know much about. I really don't. So I'll try those 126 films from Dana then. Give them a shot. They might be rough though. So whoever said that, I know somebody mentioned that those carts are probably Canadian, you know, hail from Canada. I'm sure that's exactly right. The front door portico was definitely the FDR mansion. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Is the stream been very poor right now to you guys? Is it streaming okay for everybody? As I'm still seeing that error, but it looks fine on my end. I'm looking at the live on YouTube. It's a little bit behind, but it does look like it's smooth. Just want to make sure that you guys can hear me and see me okay, because you don't want to miss this. Well, I'm sure you probably do. Thank you, Charlie. It's good. Okay. Been great here. Thank you, Katie. I want to show one film. Let's see. Do I do that first? I want to go over something with you guys and see what you think. Okay, good. It's fine. Good, good, good. Fine here. Gigabit here seems fine. Hey, that's Mike. How are you, buddy? Mike Rook. I think that's Mike Rook, right? Picnet. Stream is fine. Thank you, Super Cindy. Okay, so let's do this. I want to open something here. I forgot I had this. This is, you remember those? Well, we're going to get right to that, Jeffrey, right after this. It's a wedding film I want to show you guys. All good. Thank you. Yes. Okay, good. This is, you guys remember the gun cameras, the military gun for N9 gun camera. I'm a little bit in the dark. So initially, I know that there's a difference. So I initially thought that these type of cartridges were used in the gun cameras, but they're not, right? And then I thought, well, I think it's the packet, they call it. Packet film. You guys know what 16 millimeter packet film is? It goes in those pocket cameras, which is these kind of cameras. This one does not work. I wish it did. The Filmboy24, which is a pocket camera. And it takes a very funky film type, and I have not opened this in years. Right here. But I can't, yes, that's plus X, but I haven't opened this, and we're going to open it in a minute. It's still factory sealed. But I have a couple of different pocket cameras like this that took a completely different, this cartridge does not fit. That doesn't fit in there. Took a completely different cartridge, and I have one. I just don't know what I did with it. This is the actual pocket camera that by Simplex. This one also does not run, but they're in really good condition that just don't work right. So I'm not positive if this is just pocket film, or they call it packet film, I know, or is it something special to those gun cameras? You know, the military, when they would shoot, and you know, they would run a roll of film, but it also coincides with something over here that I'm going to show you that Dave Knopp sent me some time ago. So this is still factory sealed, but we're going to unseal it right here. Let's just do it on this cam. We're going to see there, it's got the factory seal still on it. And it's sealed on this side. In fact, I don't even think that side opens. But there's the label one more time. Out of focus. But let's see if we can, I don't really have too much fingernail. Can't really get that open. There. Got it open. And we're going to learn together what this film is. For the gun camera. Okay, that is definitely not the packet film. Definitely not. Whew. What does Emerald Lagasse would say? Oh, if you only had smell-o-vision. So here it is. This is developed before March of 1957. March of 1957. So we're going to open this. It's not bad. Yeah, they're definitely daylight. I'll be darned. There's the film. So it's taped here to protect where it's coming out, so no light. I'm assuming once you load, you pull that tape. It's taped here over the drive wheel, if that's what that is. There's your take-up side, there's your feed side, so that doesn't turn on you and maybe backwind or something. And then it's taped all the way around to seal it from light, I'm assuming. And then there's a tape. Whew, and that looks rough. Look at the film. I don't know if you can see that. like it's already getting eaten away. See that little piece right there on the end? What an interesting, let me give you some size reference. So here's this military cartridge that has some old 100T in it. You see when I loaded that and never shot it. That's the 50 footer, and there's 50 feet in this one as well. And here's the other one. I got to be honest with you guys. I've never seen these magazines before. Never. What do you people think? Buddy Hackett film. That looks like Daylight spoof. Face. I have never seen that before. I would shoot it if I had a camera that would shoot it, that would take it, Jeffrey. I just don't know. Now I have to figure out. I got to figure it out. I don't really know. So there's an opening here, and there's an opening here, where the film. I got a funny, sneaking suspicion that I would probably have to sacrifice this film just to figure it out. Unless I am too, Ben. Yeah, I don't know. Loaded with Kodak Plus X panchromatic negative film by Bell & Howell Company. So clearly they probably want you to use the Bell & Howell N9 gun camera for negative processing, exposure index 50, 16 millimeter times 50 feet. Has anybody seen one of these? A 1957 jet fighter. Jim, this is a 16 millimeter. This is a 16 millimeter N9 gun camera cartridge. It came out of this box. It was factory sealed. And I've never seen one before. And I opened it for the first time right now. And I'm confused, which it's not hard to do that to me, but as to really, there's an opening here that's taped to keep light out. And there's an opening here that's taped, factory, to keep light out. See there? And they have the film pulled out. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you, in the dim light, you will pull the tape, load it, close your camera, and you're good to go. Because you obviously have to pull the tape, or this film isn't going to move. And I can only assume that this side of the film, as it goes back into the cartridge here, is on the take-up spool. But there has to go through a gate somewhere of the camera. So maybe, I don't know, maybe this gets pulled a little, fed through the gate of the gun camera. I don't know. I don't know. I've never seen that before. Looks like the 400-foot reel's little brother. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? The little brother. There we go. There you have it. There you have it. Ta-da! Yeah. My daughter put that together for me. Little fake Airy SR2. F4 Phantom 2. Any museum near you with one. That'd be nice. Looks like you pull off a loop and thread it up, and yeah, and it goes back in. I'm just not positive when you pull these tapes that are clearly there to hold the film in place and maybe block any light from coming in and fogging all the film. So like, when do you pull those? And you do it, I would assume, in subdued light. I mean, it is a matte black cartridge, so it's meant probably to be done in some light, you know, but subdued. It's probably relatively a daylight type film cart. I got a couple of, let's see. What is that, Jeffrey? Oh, is that the camera? Jeffrey just sent me a message. Let me see. It's not clickable. I need to go to a... That's it, huh? That's an N9 Bell & Howell. So Jeffrey just sent this to me. That's an N9 Bell & Howell gun camera. Very interesting. Now I got to get one of these. What are they asking for that? Oh, it closed already. Yeah. Whew! Well, thank you for that, Jeffrey. That clears that up a little bit. At least we know it's that weird camera. Hey, Rich. Was that old 127 film you showed before I was on the phone? No, that was this, Rich. That was 620 film that Katie had sent. Long history of gun cameras. Lots of footage from World War II from gun cameras. I saw one of those gun cameras on eBay recently. Gun camera used to film aerial combat. Yeah. Just for Rich, really quick. Rich, if you're not still on the phone, I'm going to show you really quick. This is what Katie, our good friend Katie, sent. There were 7 pictures. That's the first one. And yes, that's the Twin Towers in the background. That is, as we all know, the Statue of Liberty, FDR's house, Random Family, and there's Fern the kitty, and there's our friend Katie with, that's Callie there, and that's Katie trying to take one more picture. The cat ran away. eBay prices. Are the prices outlandish on eBay for those things? So here's the interesting thing. So here's another thing. Was just wondering about the film from the World's Fair I sent you. Did I not do that yet? I'll have to look into that, Rich. I feel like I did that, but I'm going to look and see. Because sometimes I have to leave it back wound for a while so that it's not curled so bad. But let me dig into that. I'll see. So here's my question to you guys. Dave Knopp had a friend that got this film and didn't know what to do with it. And David asked me, hey, do you know what to do with this? I said, no, not really, but I'd like to look at it. So he sent it to me, and then he says, his friend says, just keep it. You'll know what to do with it eventually. And I haven't really messed with it. I can open it because I already have. And they're individually wrapped in there. And they're wrapped in black light-proof paper, so we're fine. Tons of found film. Yeah, I do have a lot, Rich. But I feel like I did it, but I'm going to double check. So here's what I'm talking about. And this kind of coincides. Let's look again at this. But I am confused about something again, to add to the confusion, right? So we have this, which says 50 foot, right? Up in the top left corner there. 16 millimeter times 50 feet. And I don't think I showed you guys that, but there's the date. March 1957. So then I have this as well, which is very similar. This was sent to me by Dave. It's not going to focus. You can see my wall back there. There's the painting that my daughter made for me. Come on, focus for me. There. 25 rolls, 16 millimeter, 25 feet. Universal gun film, type 3, class A2. But they're 25 footers. And let me tell you, I got to do it quick. Because the first time I opened this, I just about passed out. Oh, and that's on there. I'm going to show you guys. I don't understand the 25 foot. Why not 50 foot rolls? They're individually wrapped. Oh, and they smell so bad. Tw 25-foot rolls. A bunch of them. 25 of them in there. With a spacer in there so they don't rattle around. A 25-foot roll of film that has unbelievable vinegar smell. So these are going bad quickly. But I am going to mess with a couple of rolls just to see what I can get. I mean, worst case scenario, I'll load them in, you know, one of these magazines. Because loading it in this, I don't know what I'm going to shoot that with. But they're 25-foot rolls. 16 millimeter times 25 feet. What would they use 25-foot rolls for in the military? In the gun cameras? Yeah, I don't get that. Bell & Howell N9 aircraft gun camera 1957. I see now on eBay they have the manual. 25-foot rolls, about 1 minute of footage. Yeah, I mean, depends, I guess, on their filming speed, but for sure, it wouldn't last long. And I don't know if they give you a little bit on the head and tail, you know, to load it. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But this was really interesting to me. And by the way, the inside of this is purple. Doesn't have any smell. Can you guys see that? The inside is purple. I don't know. Something to investigate. I like to investigate. I wish this was already exposed. I really do. Wouldn't that be awesome? So I could ruin that too, like I did that footage from the 30s, remember, or 20s. Aerial surveillance. Yeah, maybe. Is that what this is? I don't know. Reloads. Oh, here. Where's Jeffrey? Jeffrey, this says reloads for GSAP cameras. That's what that says. I know you can't read it because it's out of focus, but it says reloads for G as in golf, S as in Sam, A as in alpha, P as in Papa, reloads for GSAP cameras. What is a gun something? GSAP. Most gun cameras only shot while the gun is firing, and especially in World War II fighters, there was not a ton of ammo to keep firing more than a few minutes total. So they were probably wired into the guns? Is that what it was? Could be used for still images. Oh, is that what you mean, Katie, too, right? For aerial surveillance. One at a time. That's what Jim was saying, yeah. Speaking of aerial surveillance, and this has nothing to do with that, I want to show you guys something. We haven't done a funny eBay listing in a while, and I came across one today that you guys have to see. I almost spit my coffee out when I looked at it. If you guys want to see a fun eBay listing before I show the film, because I'm going to show you guys a wedding film that's kind of cool. This is an eBay listing that I came across today. And it just reaffirms the fact that some non-film sellers are absolutely clueless, and they do no research whatsoever. No research whatsoever. Some RAF gun film, but it's got white mold on. Ooh, be careful with that, Ben. All right, look at this listing. All right, here we go. This is on eBay, and I have blacked out the price, but you'll see that in a second. This is an original Kodak Kodachrome movie film Type A original machine. This is an original Kodak Kodachrome movie film Type A original machine. All right, back to the machine, to the original machine. All right, so what we have is, so bad, a camera that they're asking $600 opening bid, or you could buy it now for $2,700. $2,700. Here's what they're reading. You know, Kodachrome, that's what was available 65 years ago when this regular 8 camera came out. For Kodachrome film, use dial guide. Kodachrome film Type A. Here's the description. Listen to this. Listen carefully. This product is a vintage Kodak Kodachrome movie film Type A, specifically designed for use with 16mm movie cameras. Made by the renowned brand Kodak in the United States, this black and white film is a collector's item for those interested in vintage filmmaking and photography. With its original machine, this film allows users to capture their own unique moment in time, adding a touch of nostalgia to any movie or photography project. Are you serious? I mean, honestly, to be honest with you, that is as lazy as you could possibly be. And there's about 20 of those. That's the Sitescope 8. There's currently about 20 of them on eBay, and none of them sell. None of them. I've checked months prior. They don't sell, right? And here's the asking prices: 20, 25, 12. What do you do, Nicole? She says you can't fix stupid. You've been trying, haven't you? Yeah, I know. The seller has 2 cells. I know. You're right, Katie. Oh, AI is just killing these listings. I wish you could see my baffled face. It does, Matthew. It drives me crazy. Just all this seller had to do was look at the front of the camera, and it says right on it what it is. It's a Kodak Sitescope camera. If you just type in Kodak Sitescope, you'll get those 20 or 30 listings, and you'll see that people are trying to sell them for between $10 and $20, and nobody is having any success because they really aren't worth anything. Yeah, I'd probably gamble for $12. You're right, Cecil. You're buying them all. You should buy them all and offer them to that seller for only $100 each. And then he or she can resell them. So bad, I know, it's so bad. The seller has 2 cells. The seller, I looked, they sell like jewelry, costume jewelry and stuff. Flowery language nobody really types out, I know. Hi, vey. I don't know. It's becoming so lazy. Do a little research for the sake of somebody giving you $600 for a $12 camera, at best. Or you could buy it now for $2,700. But I will say this. Let's go back to it. I will say this. They're only asking $5.39 for shipping. $5.39 for shipping. So you might get your money there. I mean, that's your money's worth there. eBay always provides a lousy AI description for stuff you sell now. I sold some comic books last year and yeah, pretty annoying, I know. It's so bad. I mean, that description is all over the place. It doesn't know what you're selling. It doesn't know if it's a machine. It doesn't know if it's a roll of film. It doesn't know if it's a camera, a photo. It just doesn't understand what you're trying to sell. Okay. Let me get off my high horse and bring it down a notch and get a bit of water and tell you guys that I'm going to show you a fun film. And you tell me, this is how, okay, this is a wedding. I don't have the actual film over here. It's right over there. This is Super 8 film. I might have written something about it. It's a Super 8 film. The film was manufactured in 1967. It's Kodachrome A film, which is the earliest of the Super 8 Kodachromes. It's a wedding from 1968. A wedding. I'll get to these messages, guys, in one second. It's a wedding from 1968, and there's some. It's dark, but there's some areas where the scene just turns black, like dark, like somebody's got their hand or something in front of the camera. I want you guys to work out what's going on here. I mean, when you film indoors with Kodachrome during a reception or a wedding, your footage is going to be crap anyway. It's going to be dark because they didn't light it for you, right? They want ambiance. 1968. I was exactly just being born. So let me show you. Get your popcorn now, Jeffrey. Let me get the lights. Somebody want to get the lights? There it is. And here we go. No movie light. Some of it, you could see just fine, but it gets wonky. Again, the film is old. The film's 57 years old, 58 years old. So expect some of this issue. I think I'm going to start putting a projector noise to this so you guys have something more than me babbling. All right, see the darkness on the right side? It's either the mic, it's not a sound film though. In fact, while you're watching, I'm going to go grab the actual roll of film. If I can find it. Dark, dark, dark. Lens hood, a mat. I don't know why they would use a mat though. Some of it is, like that's not bad. Maybe a lens hood? Definitely not sound film. I'm looking at it now. It is quite purple. And I had to kind of correct that. I see dead people. Yes, lots of them. Finger in front of the lens, periodically perhaps. That was my first thought, but I mean, I guess it depends on what camera, but usually the lenses protrude out unless they kept their hand on it to focus. And then, like pinky finger got in the way quite a bit. Look at that cake. I'd like to get a piece of that right now. The bride has a bullet bra. My wife thought that the bride was pregnant. I don't know. First thing she said. All right, Jim. You're driving me crazy here with the... it keeps beeping on my laptop. Swanky, nice band. I wish it was a sound film. It's a cloud of doom that comes from getting married. Foreshadowing of Jeffrey. Poor guy. she made mention of the bridesmaids' hats that kind of have a hole in the top of them. Very 60s. It looks more inviting than the last wedding you went to. There's Irma. Camera up with large hands. Yeah, maybe. But you guys saw what I saw, right? It was the whole right side, and then it just, I don't know, something was definitely in the way. And I don't know what that is. That's some weird action going on with the red. Look at them getting busy. No Cupid shuffle. Cloud of Doom. Oh boy, you guys. The swinging 60s. You are not kidding. I do not remember the 60s. I do not. I wasn't around for very many of them. Looks like they're having a good time. You did, right, Charlie? They were having a ball dancing around like crazy. But this is the actual film. I want to see if you guys can see how purple this film was. You're probably not going to be able to tell. Looks like they're having a good time. But it was very purple. Are you able to see that tinge? Probably not. Kind of. See against the blind over there. The blueness purple. It's pretty purple. Very cute. Yeah, it was cool. Very purple. Anyway, I thought you guys would enjoy a little wedding vid. If we didn't see the electric slide either. We didn't see the hokey pokey or the slide. Yeah, the electric slide. A wedding without that is just not a wedding, right? These days. Or the what's the one? Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Yeah. I do. I remember watching the first manned moon landing. It was so cool. You know, what was that year? Was that 65? What was that? What year was that? No drunk uncle was. What was the landing on the moon? 1965? That's my guess. I don't remember exactly. I did. This video is done. It's uploaded. You guys remember this? I think it was 6 years old. Oh, 69. 69, okay. Remember this? The Chinon 723p XL. June 19th. You know, there's a lot of people that don't believe that. I got friends that don't believe it. June 19th. The Chinon 7. My wife and I took this out and we shot a roll of Plus X with it. Old Plus X. That film has been developed. It's been scanned. The entire vlog number 1 has been edited, uploaded, and it will be out Friday. That members only video will be out Friday. It's my first vlog, and it's my wife and I out filming. Well, she filmed me filming, and we talk about where we're at. But the actual video, that video will be out Thursday. It's already uploaded, February 5th. The members only video will be out this Friday, the 30th, so watch for it. That behind the scenes, it's like a cool 15-minute long. Same month my 1218 was made. Oh, was it? I think the 19th could have been the 21st. Yes, there's people that don't believe in that. I do. I think we did get there, but I think it'd be a lot of work to fake it for this long. But I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this Sunday stream. It is now an hour and 36 minutes in. Lengthy one. I enjoyed it. I just get going and I have, oh yeah, dad joke. I have a, I ordered a 25-foot USB cable, extension cable, 25-footer. So on the next members only live stream, as long as it works, I think we're going to develop film live. I think that's what we're going to do, as long as it'll reach. Because I'll start here, and then I think we'll go and we're going to develop. I'm not going to use the book. I'm going to use the cards. Ordered new dad jokes. Yeah, these are the cards we've been using. We've gone through this number of cards. How would we land on the moon? The moon is obviously made out of cheese. Had a great time as usual. Thank you, Barry. Barry, on the way out, pick a card. Pick a card, any card. And if I haven't used it already, watch movie Capricorn 1 about a fake mission to Mars. Capricorn 1. Have I seen that? I don't think so. I'll check that out. Yes, I need some holding. 6 of 7. Piper. No, I just said 6, 7.
6, 7.
Have a great week, Jason. All right, somebody pick a card. Any card. Ace of spades, ace of diamonds, 3 of clubs. Anybody pick a card. Barry says 5 of diamonds. All right, let's see if we've used that. I don't think we have. There it is. Thanks for the stream, Mike. Thank you, Ben. Thanks for being here, buddy. Can't wait till you get going again. I'm glad you could catch it. Yes. Hit the like button, everybody. Charlie says, hey, Piper. All right, you ready for this? Why don't football players wear glasses? Because it's a contact sport. That one was pretty good. Thank you, Jeffrey. That one was pretty good. Because it's a contact sport. Wow. Piper, pick a card. Bruh. Thank you, Mike. What? Queen of Spades. Piper says Queen of... We'll do one more before we bow out. I know some of you already are gone, but that's all right. We'll do one more. One for Piper. She said Queen of Spades. All right. Here it is. This is Piper's joke. Did you hear about the guy who was afraid of hurdles? He got over it. Lost the stream. Love you guys. I will see everybody next Sunday. Live streaming next Sunday. Wouldn't do it without you. Peace out.